youth in the city of Johannesburg are still the largest casualties of unemployment. It's estimated that more than 800,000 people in Johannesburg are unemployed. Now, 50% of that figure represents the youth. But not everyone's just sitting back and accepting this fate. One such young person in Johannesburg has been sewing away at his machine, making shoes for a living. And now the Johannesburg Chamber of Commerce and Industry is helping him take his business to the next level. He says he's almost ready to export his shoes. Meet Nkoketse Mametse, a young entrepreneur based in Johannesburg. His dream is to make shoes, and here he is hard at work at home in his workshop. He represents the youth of the city who struggle to find the right job in their chosen professions.
Originally, I studied fashion designing, but I saw that there was no jobs in fashion designing, and I was down to my last pay because I'm the only breadwinner at home. So I decided, you know what, actually I need to make something different. I was down to my last pay that I got as a gift from my girlfriend, and it was torn. So I decided, if I can make clothing, why not? I can also make shoes. So I disassembled the shoe, and I got money from a friend of mine called Joe. I bought leather. Then, since then, I never looked back. I've managed to sew the shoe like this, basically. I want to be practical. I did it like this, but now the trick was, how do I mold it to become a shoe? So there's a local shoe repairer. I went and tried to find out how can I make a shoe. So he showed me that there's a shoe last and stuff like that. Then he referred me to a guy in Johannesburg, in CBD. So I started learning how to make shoes. But obviously at that time, it was still applying glue and stuff like that. He never wanted to show me the core of how to make a shoe from A to the end. And from there, I learned. We bought machines, leathers and stuff. And then, unfortunately, he ran away with most of the stuff. So I ended up starting afresh because I had a dream of making shoes, and it was in my mind. And the surprising bit was when my uncle saw that I made shoes. He said, actually, do you know, let me tell you something. There's 10 generations, your grandfather used to own a shoe factory. And I was like, hi, bro, you lying, But the sad part is just that he wanted to tell me more, but he fell ill, then he passed away. I could not get more information about the person that used to make shoes. But I never looked back. Since then, I was like, you know what? If this is my calling, I need to attend to it. So I started from the bedroom. I made shoes in the bedroom, grinding in the house, all the dust. Then slowly but surely, I built this room. When I say I built this room, it was me and a friend of mine called Daisai. So we built this room. Then from there, obviously with the help from Joe, the person that I portray as my father figure.
Even though he started out in business back in 2009, he only really started making money in 2014. He says he had a major wake-up call from a client.
I was lucky enough to get a client. I met him at a function called Meet and Greet. He bought a golf shirt by me. And little did I know, he's a tax accountant from a company called Deloitte. So I said to him, look, I'm selling shoes, but I'm not seeing money. Where am I going wrong? What's going on, He says, okay, I'll do your books. He did my books. And he found out that I am 50,000 on a negative. So actually, I was losing money instead of making money, because of saying, no, I'll sell you a shoe. Instead of selling you the shoe for 3,000 rand, I'll sell you the shoe for 2,000 rand. All those small costs built up to a loss, So that's why I saw with Ish, you know what, now he has given me a system to work with. And he said, look, let's be honest to each other. If you're working on a negative, go get a 9 to 5. Leave this because it's pointless. And he was straight honest with me. And I think that's one of the things that I keep in my head.
The Johannesburg Chamber of Commerce and Industry is where I first met Nkoketse. Currently, this chamber is playing a very important part in driving growth in his business.
They assessed my business. After assessing my business, I gave them a whole year bank statement to show them how there is money moving around in the account. Then I registered with them. Then they took me in. They gave me an office because they said it's not professional when you work from home. It's better because here you work with dust and all this stuff. It's better if you have an office, like a proper office. They gave me an office, and which has internet and all the stuff. Because one of the challenges I have as a self-employed entrepreneur is you don't get money every day. Sometimes you run out of data, sometimes you get emails, you can't see them because you don't have data. So they've helped me in that essence. And then now they are going to come, they are sending somebody in to evaluate my workspace. And they are gonna get me ready for export my shoes and everything overseas and stuff. But overall, they've taken me in for 3 years incubation, and I'm going to learn because there's lots of stuff that I've learned in the few courses that I've attended with them that help me to run my business like how I'm running it now. To the youth of Johannesburg, the city of gold, the city of money, basically. If you believe in something and you know you can make it, no matter how many doors you can knock on and they get smashed in your face, don't give that up. Believe in your dream and go for it. Nobody owes you anything. You owe yourself everything.
Nashina Mohammed for Joburg Today.